Namaste. Welcome to Love Wins. Welcome to Love Wins. Let's light some incense. Do you guys want to get intimate with me? I think it's Friday. Is it Friday? It's Friday night. This is what I do on a Friday night. I light my incense. I listen to meditation music. I have spiritual downloads. I fight the spiritual attacks. I heal whatever I'm healing. And I do this. I talk about it. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is the safe space I created to discuss all things spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare became my reality once I became aware of reality and perceptual realities and everyone's reality and the multidimensional realities and frequencies and energy and the energy that I was feeling and all the time and learning how to discern and all of that stuff, right? The journey, the awakening, coming into self, knowing thyself. To know thyself, one has to study self. So yeah, safe spaces, spiritual warfare. Yeah. Let me have some water. I just feel really thirsty all of a sudden. As I said, spiritual warfare. Last 2 nights, new moon in Leo being my north node. There's this whole thing about astrology right now unfolding, unlocking, and I've been into astrology for like 5 years, just really going deep into that, and I'm watching Nana Kwame and bringing in the wisdom of the ancestors and the mother and God as a woman. For real, it's the divine feminine, rising of the divine feminine and healing of the mother wounds and the balancing of the masculine and the feminine and it's all the healing, right? It's all the healing, but it's this toxic patriarchal energy that has just raw dogged the fuck out of the divine feminine. Yeah, and I've been witness to that. And as you know, when you carry a lot of feminine energy, you know what it feels like to always have that energy be like someone wants it, someone needs it, and my shame started from just my inability to stand up for myself, to want to say no but not know how to say no, to just go with the flow, just go with the flow, like literally. And did a lot of things I probably wouldn't have done if I knew who I was, or but you come here to learn, and you learn through the experience, and the experience is the fucking up, or the fucking, or getting fucked, all that life stuff, all that earth stuff, right? All of that earth stuff that I can actually talk about because my babies are sleeping. And this light is really bright and my room is dark, so Anyways. So, with that, that was a whole tangent, an unexpected tangent I might add, because my 22 Roses site, it's like it's not in flow. It's something that I'm putting my energy into that is causing frustration. Like, the site is glitching. The order that I have, it's like it's all mixed up, because I had a 22 Roses site in 2022 for I'm Your Trigger and integrity is my superpower, right? And close that site. Life happens. Now feeling creative again, bringing 22 Roses back, but wanted to jump on the promo 3 months for $1. Because, like, the situation that I'm in right now, yeah, financially, like, my life is a reflection of where I've been at, and I left a very abusive relationship and came home to a toxic ass house. And I'm not blaming anybody. Like, I've been talking about this for a year. This was my uncle's house. My uncle died. Grandma inherited it. Grandma also inherited grief and lived in grief and depression. And then Grandma died in the house. And Mom inherited it. And Mom got into this house overwhelmed with 2 dead people's things. And all of my siblings. And a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of clutter, whole bunch of grief, whole bunch of feelings and emotions and unprocessed and unhealed things. Heavy energy. Lots of stuff. And the people who lived in the house, the inhabitants, just ran it in the ground, you know? But a lot of the toxic energies have moved out. And then along comes Little Miss Sunshine, who, because Little Miss Sunshine is Little Miss Sunshine, they all fucking hate Little Miss Sunshine. So it's like, I take 1 step forward and I'm pushed 10 steps back. And I'm take 1 step forward and I'm pushed 10 steps back. And I've been busting my ass putting this house together. And it still looks like there's a whole lot more. And I'm also like, the whole sole purpose of everything I've done since I've done everything I've done is to just, like, enjoy my life. So during the days, I want to play with my kids. I want to create things that inspire me. I want to, life should be life. Life should be life. It should bring you joy. It should not be striving, forcing. Like, that's what I've been about. And, like, people don't get that because they're so they really are indoctrinated, and please forgive them for they do not know what they do not know. They will defend that indoctrination. They'll defend it. And because you're different, like, there's something wrong with you. And that's what I've been fighting, and, like, literally trying to free people from their bondage. Free them from their bondage. They want to put me in bondage. All kinds of ways. Like, you can take that how you want to take that. But, like, so yeah, I left, like, my lowest low. Like, coming home was surrender. Like, and I vowed to God, like, I'm not going back to my old profession. Like, yeah, I worked in the sex industry. It is no secret. It's no secret. My mentor, and I will say mentor, and he's in prison for sex trafficking for life. But I will say mentor because I know what I know. I'm not going to defend what I know. I know what I know. And when you're different, when you're wise, when you're not conformed, when you know that there's another way, they don't like that. And but you are good enough. All of you, all of us, we're good enough. And that's what they've been like making us believe we're not good enough, or we're crazy, or like, you know, all of the gaslighting, systematic gaslighting. The people who gaslight you in your life are just puppets of the entire system of gaslighting that just doesn't want people to come into their unique individual lights. And when I say light, it doesn't have to be a holy or spiritual, like you have fucking angel wings popping out and a halo coming out of your head, although like most of us have lived in the angelic realm, just saying. But it's that you know that you came here to enjoy your life. That is your birthright. That is your destiny. This land you should not have to pay for this land, and all of this entire system that we are slaves to. It's so fucking stupid, and you know it's fucking stupid. You know, it's just like, why did everybody do what they do, and they're all so fucking miserable, and then they're just trying to be like, I don't know, like get rich and get famous to prove that you like did it. But like, I don't know, land, food, and skills. Like, can we just enjoy the land? Like, yeah, I danced. I was a dancer. I was very passionate about my purpose also. Like, can I speak about this for once? Because, you know, my blog got shut down, and now I'm seeing things I see. I don't even have to say, I know what I know. And anyways, the truth that was stopped is it's time to come out. And like I enjoyed my job. There's a whole lot of corruption in every industry, but I had left the industry. I left the industry for the American dream, the picket fence, like high school sweetheart, first love. I wrote his name on my jeans, on my school books, on my walls, next to the living room phone that was on the wall that we had to fight over time to sit next to the phone because it was on the wall. We had a long cord so we could at least get away from the family and talk. Okay? All the way back to then, this was like first crush, okay? Like super crush. And what you do, you have 3 loves, you have 3 heartbreaks, you have 3 lessons, like it comes in 3s. But where was I going? Gave it all up. And I was an accomplished dancer. We had a company. We had stores. We had businesses. We had content providing websites. I was on a billboard. I was the smoke shop girl. Like our photos were used in media. Like we weren't just a bunch of dancers, or what everyone said, hookers, but like we used the industry to our advantage. And people who were good at what they did came together and put their money together, and we created an empire. And with that comes a lot of hatred, a lot of jealousy, and then like people got bigger than they expected to, and coming from the streets, and coming from survival, and coming from like some really nasty fucking lives, and turning to the streets because that's what is pushed on you. That's the agenda. The streets is glorified, so like it's like sex, money, drugs. Pick your poison, right? And I don't know. It's like I saw so many people come from so many bad places and use the life to create a life that is worth living. So I'm in support of that. And then I went and got married, and you know, social media wise, we had a great marriage. My kids were happy. I was a good mom. I covered up a lot. And that was the lesson that I learned in the end. So that's why, like, this time around, I'm like, nope. Nope. But, going back, when it all went south, you know, when the betrayal came, the heartbreak came, the reality shattered, you know, like when all of that happened, what I knew was my wisdom, my life experience, my hustle, my game. But then in my marriage, I had this spiritual awakening and started a spiritual practice and was really deep into my yoga practice and the awakening that came with that, because yoga is not a religion. To all of y'all, like, get out of your fucking indoctrinations, okay? It's a way of life. It's awareness with breath, with movement. It is breathing and moving in awareness, okay? So, hoodoo, voodoo, voodoo, weirdos, get the fuck out of here. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Is like when I worked at that school and I taught those kids, like I was the yoga teacher. And I had like some weird moms. And I had some crazy problems. And what I learned from that school, and it was the driving force to becoming a homeschooling mom, that the biggest bullies are in the schools. Because the principal was the biggest bully, and the school was a no bully school. It had a great concept. It was a charter school, you know, science education. It was STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I met some really great teachers who their hearts were really in their jobs, but it was all about the money. Then I got involved with the inside of the money, you know, and that was like way after. And all I heard him talk about on the phone all the time is every child's fucking number. We need more kids and we need more numbers. And it's like, your child is not a number. And like, that was my biggest problem, because as the yoga teacher, the kids came into my classroom. The weird kids. The ones that don't fit in, the bullied kids, the rebels and the geniuses, and the ones that weren't supposed to be systematically put in the box, the starseeds, the light workers, y'all know what's up. Anyways, you know, and but they would come to my classroom and they would just have their little hangout time. And if they wanted to talk, I would talk to them. And I would just talk to them like I'm talking to y'all right now. And I started researching homeschooling after I left that, because I was moving to Puerto Rico. And like, I just let the children explore, let them create, let them come into themselves, and just make them a part of everything. Make them a part of what it takes to maintain a house, and let that not be a chore, but just like, we do this because we like to live in a nice space, a safe space. It's important. The environment is important. The energy of the home is important. We don't hit people. We don't yell at each other. We don't break things. We don't throw our trash on the floor. We don't leave a mess and walk away from it and expect someone else to get it. We don't walk by a full trash can and 10 people walk by the same full trash can and everyone adds something else to it. It's just like, it's a common sense within the community. That should be family. But like, when you're the only believer in a whole bunch of non-believers, it's a really fucking fun time. So yeah, I'm laying in bed, I'm meditating, talking to God, talking to self, having my I. Lots of downloads coming in. thinking about astrology, thinking about Nana Kwame saying there is no planets, but then thinking about what I know about energy and entities and energy and the birth chart being the map of the sky when you were born, and each energy, each planet, each house having an energy. You are the solar system, so really it's just your birth chart is your key. It's just your energetic map. Get it? So anyways, being North Node Leo, heart, courage, and then this new moon being in Leo, this is the new moon, it's pushing me into my North Node. I'm just laying into bed, I'm thinking about safe spaces, and God says, give it to God. Like I already did, but like I'm standing on my faith, but then I'm like countering my faith because I'm pushing so hard for something that's not in flow. And like the things that's happening with my shop, it's not my passion project. It's not the project I've started before all of this happened, before my son told me, what happened, before I became super power protective mom. Because, we go hard for ours over here. We do. And I went hard for my other ones, and I was up against some like serious opposition, and I got low, and then I healed it. I healed my heart. I healed the wounds. I healed all of it. And I love them, and I'm not mad at them. I forgive them. But the energy they're in right now, the people they are, the way they feel, the victim mentality, I know it. And I'm not the person, like your anger towards me, it's not safe for me. But you do need to process it. Like create, paint, rage paint, whatever you do, sing, dance, perform, scream, get a therapist, your girls, like your girlfriend. I love you, but I'm your trigger. I'm in a healed space. I'm in a safe space. And your reality is in a shattering space that mine was in when I found out that your dad was having a 1.5 year affair on me. And I was his literal prisoner whore. Who daydreamed about just going back to be a stripper because I had so much freedom and strength and power when I was a stripper. Because nobody abused me and nobody hurt me. And then I found yoga, and I went back to dancing because I had to do what I had to do. And I was like, I'm going to do it different. Because I'm smart and I have God and I'm like walking my path, and I thought I was doing it differently, right? But no matter what you do with your life or how you live your life, everyone else is allowed to have their own perception and their own feelings and in their own type of way about how you live your life. And it's who fucking cares? That's what you come here to learn. Your life is your life and you live it for you. Your life is your life and you live it for you. And anybody who doesn't want to be a part of that, then you should let them go and not be a part of it, because like, why force it? Why force anything? Life should be joy. Life should be fun. Life should be creation. Life should be abundant. Life should be planting. Life should be growing. Life should be creating, dancing, singing, crafting, resting, laying in a hammock, in the sunshine under a tree, reading a book or sleeping. And that being your afternoon should be okay and allowed, acceptable, and like commended. Like, this hustle mentality for this fake ass life, like this is over. This is over. And those who can't let go of it, it's a sinking ship, and the captain goes down with the ship. So what role do you want to play? I'm swimming. Safer shores. Coconuts. 250 coconuts. That's my mission. I took on the mission to plant 250 coconuts. Obviously, that's not this year's mission. This year's mission is safe spaces. And safe spaces in my current reality is this space. So I have come up with my solution, and I've had my downloads, and this piece of hair is driving me crazy. So let's just let it flow instead of force. And I'll tell you that stuff later. Because that's right now, this is what my energy is. This is take time, and this is a good collective energy, because I feel like we've been doing a lot. Everyone's been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot. If you're doing your work, you're doing a lot. If you're in karmic energy and you're losing your shit, you're doing a lot. Like, take time to breathe out. I'm gonna follow my guidance. I'm going to close my shop because there's this retarded issue right now where it's connecting to my old shop. And then when I go to fulfill the order that has been placed, it keeps saying failed, and then it tells me to go to this link, the next link, and I click it, and then it goes error, and then it reroutes me back to my old shop that is closed and I can't get into. And then I have to connect from Shopify to Printful. Again, reconnect the news store to come up and to come to the same problem. And I've been not on the phone because they don't have a phone number. I have been back and forth with chats and email customer service for 48 hours. And I'm at the point where it doesn't feel like flow. It doesn't feel like joy. And I know that this passion project that I had before all of this other stuff happens brings me joy. And I could be putting my time and energy into this, and in this passion project, it involves all things that benefit my children and my current reality, because it's child involved projects, which is the part, like the homeschooling that like I'm advocate of. Like, I practice what I preach. It's life-led learning. You just teach the child how to be a good human and let them figure out who they want to be, and you make it happen with passion and purpose, and you teach them all the other stuff too, like, yeah, you got to read and write. Like right now, like, kids really actually don't. They just talk to their phones. Everything is so AI right now. So really, I was actually like in alignment with where we're at, because it's really not needed. That's part of the agenda too. But yeah, journaling is nice. It's good to know how to read and write. So like, yeah, communication is key. I remember a child being so just frustrated. It brought so much tension to try to teach them. And then I remember reading articles and watching videos about all of these different parents talking about how they all read and write at their own age, and if you let it come naturally, they'll just learn on their own. But if you take the pressure away, it brings joy to the space, but then the pressure was put on, and then they were thrown into the fucking frying pan, and it was sink or swim, because you're in California and you're in high school, and now it's all my fault because it's hard. And I'm sorry it was hard. It is. They require a lot. They require a lot from a kindergartner, and I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's natural. So, yeah, we have different beliefs. We have different beliefs, and that's okay. It's okay. There's no right and there's no wrong. There's just alignment. There's just alignment, and you know, you either know or you don't. Either you're living in fear and anxiety and stress and all of that stuff, or you're not. And you know, you're creating your reality and you're making something of your life, or you're not. You know, you're hurting. Wow, yeah. Water, hold on. You're hurting or you're healing, you know? And healing, I'm creating. So yeah, I'm going to cancel this store that is causing me all kinds of crazy stuff. And then it's like spiritual warfare, right? So I'm like, if I cancel the store, then I didn't follow through and I'm not successful, and then it just looks like I'm a failure and I can't finish a project. And then I'm like, wait a minute. These are not your thoughts. These are not your thoughts. These are fears. These are insecurities. These are projections. These are, do you fucking care what anybody thinks? What brings you joy? Right? And I'm bringing you guys on the inside process. Like, this is how the spiritual shit works. This is how processing works. This is how healing works. You talk with yourself like this, and you talk to God like this. This is what I do every fucking day. Okay?
This is why you should go deeper underwater.
Hold on. Jacob is talking about sea creatures.
So I'm going to talk about one only sea creature. It's the barracuda. The barracuda is a thing that has sharp teeth and also has big eyes. And also the color of it is like gray, like the blue. But this time it's not just that. It just is a shape of a fish. But also makes of a shark without a fin. And also it has a big tail to swim fast.
That's awesome.
And also it attacks you.
That is awesome. All right, buddy.
Also, one more thing to him, which is, let me think. Oh. Okay, so let me think. It is his lips, because they're also like gray, but also they're also with teeth.
Okay.
Like
That's
tiny,
awesome.
sharp teeth. So I could bite you easily to put you in the mouth.
From the mouth to babes, right, babe?
Holy.
I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You too. You too. He says, you too. All right, baby. Yeah. He's got one more hour. I started limiting screen time. Yeah, it's necessary. It's necessary. But where was I? What was I saying? What was I saying? I guess it wasn't important, or it'll come back. Spiritual warfare, though, guys, for real. Oh, who cares what people think, right? Who cares what people think? That is what, like, really actually, like, just being awake is, because, like, there is no one else. This is a soul journey. Your soul. Okay, get out of the body. Like, yeah, the body is here for your pleasure. Like, it really is. It's here for your pleasure. You're here to be human. Okay? You hurt and you get to experience hurt. That's why you have a human body, because you have to feel it to heal it, but you also get to enjoy it. You have pleasure sensors for a reason. They're yours. Okay? And, like, just make your priority enjoying your life. Like, seriously. And let that be, like, do something for a daily reminder. Write it on your refrigerator, or put it as your, if you're an alarm person, like your alarm notification. Like, make your priority to enjoy your life, and ask yourself, like literally ask yourself when you wake up, like, what do I want to do today? Like, what do I want to create today? What would bring me joy today? What would I like to accomplish today? Because, if you look at chores like tasks and things that you have to get done, you approach it with the wrong energy, right? And you don't have the right experience. But if you go into it like you're accomplishing something that is on your list of things that when it's done, it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make your life better. So you're getting that done, right? And you approach it in that way. And you change the whole energy. You change the whole energy of it, right? So yeah, but just to finish the whole story and bring it full circle. So like I went back again. After like coming out of it and then going super spiritual. Like now I can do energy work, and I'm tapping into to my spiritual side. I've been diving into self, and I've just been doing nothing but healing self for years because I've had no job. Like literally just manifesting a reality of like I have what I need. Like I've gone where I've wanted, and I've passed survival. I've literally have passed survival and just created my lifestyle. Up until my last lesson, my last relationship, and even in that I was still creating my life because I wanted that. I did. I fell in love and I wanted it. And I saw the red flags and I still wanted it. I'm not going to say I didn't. I love pure. But leaving that relationship, I made a vow to self, to find self, and to heal self, right? To heal self. And this time, I didn't want to go back to the cycle. I didn't want to go back to the industry just because it's what I know, because it's survival. It's because it's thriving. I can thrive in that lifestyle. Energetically, I just want to create with my kids and like be a part of them becoming the best versions of who they came here to become, and give them amazing life experiences on the way, and plant 250 coconuts because water is hydration and planting is the way. And I want to give the kids hydration. It's that simple. And right now, this house needs a safe space, so I am going to bring my blog back, start one project at a time, and do what I do. Just do what I do, and because I'm stuck here. Because of this trial, and God says, we reap what we sow. All things done in the dark always come to the light. The heart has been weighed. Karma will do what karma does. Whatever plays out on the physical will be what has already been decided in the spiritual. So I'm going to close the shop, and I am going to still create my shirts because I have been a victim of domestic violence in more than one way. So many ways. And all I ever wanted was just to be loved. Like, just hug me, don't hit me. And that message, that's from my heart, that's from my story, that's from my roots, that's from my wounds, that's from my soul, like. And now it's my child's story. So yeah, like but the site is not the way. Okay, hold on. I'm being paused. Okay, Jacob again. He wanted to tell me. He wanted to play trivia, and he's naming a character who is this person with this hat and this pants and this shoes, and I'm supposed to guess. And then he's Jurassic Park Rebirth. And I was like, I don't know. And then he said, who's the cowboy hat? Who wears a cowboy hat in Jurassic Park 3? And I said, Dr. Grant. And he gave me a thumbs up. Why is that relevant? I don't know. But Jacob is part of what I'm about to say. So, closing the sites, it's just not the way. It doesn't feel like it's not bringing me joy. Okay, so like I'm spending my energy in something and then frustrated that it's not working out. So, but like I have all these other things, and I have this passion project, and then I have like, and then okay, baby. So, wow. He took my thoughts. Cute little something. Passion projects. Yeah, so what I was going to say, I'm going to close my shop, refund the customer. When I get my ducks lined up and my things, energy moving and my flows blowing in the right direction, I'm just gonna just print a bunch of shirts and sell them myself, and you can get them through me. And when I work the numbers, I'll make a video about it and start pre-sales. So for those interested, because hug me, don't hit me, like, yeah, I'm about that. I am about that. So with that, Jacob, just doing my own shadow work and being with my child, you know, healing is my priority. Healing is my priority. So we're actively like, just, you know, I want him to have his best life. So I'm just thinking, and I'm just like, it's coming to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take the video down. My Jacob's truth. Because, yeah, like, it is his truth. And he produced that video with me. Like, he was part of it. So I'm not, like, using my child without his consent. He's all for it. And he's excited about his merch. He keeps saying, Mom, when's my merch going to get here? When's my merch going to get here? He's like a little mini YouTube kid. And I'm like, it's coming, but there's something weird happening with the stupid glitchy system, you know. But like, I can get shirts printed for so freaking cheap at a regular like shirt print shop, and I can just take my design, you know, for, you know, just get the kid a shirt, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. And as far as my other art goes, like, I've been wanting to bring my blog back this whole freaking year. It's just been a timing thing, and working on the book and managing my time. And that's the biggest illusion of all, is that whole managing your time thing anyways, right? And then like trying to come out of that, but still like so overwhelmed with everything else, other people's problems, this inheritance of a space, which I'm so grateful for. And I love being with my mom. I do, because I do truly wholeheartedly feel that she's in a place in her life where she does just want to get better. She just wants to enjoy the last days of her life. She wants to enjoy. She's worked so freaking hard. She's sacrificed so much. She's taken care of so many. And she has the opportunity to just have a nice rest of her life. And it's all gone to shit. And yeah, she had a whole lot of part of that. And she's taken accountability for it. Like, she knows. But she's in a lot of pain. And there's a whole lot of mess. And it's like, there's a whole lot of opposition. And, but, like, we're about the healing. And actively healing, and we have medicinal herbs in the garden, and, you know, eating our own plants, making our own meals, grounding, tending to the land. We have our own chickens, we collect our own eggs, and there's been nothing but cleanup, reorganization, cleanup. Yeah, the dogs still need a fence. They totally still need a fence. And I don't want to get rid of no animals. I love them. I just think they need a better space. It needs to be a safe space for everyone, right? And everyone in the house should, like, function as a safe person, safe for themselves, safe for their environment, and safe for their space. It should be like natural law in every home, in every space, honestly. But is that too much to ask? Anyway, so I'm going to take Jacob's video down because I'm thinking about the healing, right? I'm thinking about the healing. And that's a permanent reminder of a trauma, right? Of a trauma that he's healing, you know, like we're healing from. And healing is my priority. So I want him to focus on the healing and not to be constantly reminded of the trauma, right? So that was my decision. But he's coming to get my attention again. So I'm going to end this video. And if there's any tangent that I didn't get back to, because I do talk in tangents, and I usually always come full circle. But if I didn't, I will get to it in the next, okay? I love you. Have a blessed and beautiful reality. Love wins. You are creator. You are source, okay? So be that and protect your energy. Protect your energy. Clean up your space. Physically, mentally, emotionally. I love you.